He just kind of kept following me around. The things he did doesn't make sense to me. Definitely abused his back.
On March 11th, 2020, Officer Robert Neff of the Louisville Metro Police Department engaged in misconduct while on duty at a Thornton's gas station on Bardstown Road near Fern Creek.
He made me put my hands behind my back and restrained me.
Surveillance footage showed Neff tying employee Emery Taylor's hands behind her back with plastic wrap, leaving her deeply shaken.
I try to black that out a little bit. The things he did doesn't make sense to me. He tried to take advantage of me.
Taylor, who had worked at the store for 8 years, explained that Neff frequently visited the gas station due to officers receiving free drinks. Neff's inappropriate behavior escalated quickly.
He wanted to give me a hug, so he side hugged and then he kissed me on my cheek, which at that point I told people, I'm uncomfortable around him, this is not something I'm wanting to pursue.
Did you have any kind of relationship with Robert Neff?
No. He tried to give me his number several times, but honestly I trashed him.
During one visit, he requested a hug, initiated a side hug, and kissed Taylor on the cheek, making her uncomfortable. Despite Taylor rejecting any personal relationship with Neff, as evidenced by discarding his phone number multiple times, he persisted.
He just kind of kept following me around.
On his next visit, Neff stayed at the store for more than 2 hours while on duty. In the back storage area, he restrained Taylor, pretended to conduct a search, and groped her.
Was grabbing my down between my shirt, was trying to rub up against my leg area, and the whole time the woman that I was training was in front of me watching it, and she's like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. And I'm just sitting there because he made me put my hands behind my back and restrained me to where I couldn't move.
What is going through your mind in those moments?
Why me? Why did he see me as the vulnerable person to come into my safe place of work and try to take advantage of me in any way he could? I just really didn't understand the whole situation because it wasn't something I had tried to partake in before. I didn't take your number. I didn't try to do anything but be cordial with people and nice.
An employee present during the incident voiced disapproval, but Neff ignored the objections. Taylor described feeling scared and powerless, questioning why Neff targeted her and violated her sense of safety at work. She also worried about the impact on her employment and her ability to support her family. Neff faced charges of sexual and official misconduct, which resulted in a plea deal granting him probation but no jail time. He later resigned from the LMPD, a decision Taylor criticized, stating he should have been fired instead.
I don't think that he should have had a right to resign. I think he should have been fired.
Taylor's ordeal led to a $55,000 settlement from Louisville Metro government, part of a growing number of payouts for police misconduct. Over 5 years, the city has spent more than $40 million on such settlements, including $2 million to Breonna Taylor's boyfriend.
I lost everything in this situation, not just only the person I loved more than anybody in this world.
And $1.8 million to 3 women accusing former detective Brian Bailey of sexual abuse.
That money could be used towards so much different things in our city and for our children and different things. That's a lot of money to send out for people doing inappropriate things.
These frequent payouts caused Louisville to lose its excess insurance provider, increasing the financial burden on taxpayers.
Because of the large numbers of payouts that we have, outside insurance carriers look at the city of Louisville and say, no, I don't think so.
Taylor advocated for stricter mental health evaluations for officers, arguing that instability can lead to harmful behavior toward others. While she felt the settlement offered some measure of justice, she opted not to pursue a trial, citing the emotional strain. Neither Neff's attorney nor the LMPD provided comments on the case.
Because if they're mentally unstable, they're going to act out and do mentally unstable things to people who don't deserve it at all.
Do you feel like you got justice?
I feel like I got the justice that I was able to handle mentally. I didn't feel like mentally I could take this to trial and try to fight it anymore.
Talking about violating the law, here's a crazy cop who violated people's rights.
Stay right there.
What are you doing?
Stay right there.
What's your name and badge number? Don't break my... What are you doing? Breaking my arm.
You don't need to do.
Listen,
Okay. So let's talk about later. Why did I put you in the back of my car? Because I wanted to. Thank you.
While walking near Northwest 7th Street and 47th Avenue in Miami, two individuals were approached by an officer blocking traffic without his emergency lights activated. The officer requested their identification, claiming it was a lawful order. Under Florida Statute Section 901.151, an officer must have reasonable suspicion of a crime to demand identification, which was not established in this case. Despite the absence of probable cause, the officer threatened to detain the individuals, insisting they comply without providing justification. This escalated as the individuals requested a sergeant on the scene.
Pero since you're here,
We didn't say anything.
okay, no importa, pero now I'm saying it to you. Since you're here, I want to see both of you IDs.
What?
No, it's not. Do I look like I'm playing?
Can you call your sergeant?
Both of you IDs.
I don't have ID.
I need ID.
I don't have ID.
No, yeah, I'm gonna call my sergeant when I finish getting your ID.
I don't have
Okay,
ID.
so put your hands in there.
Is this a lawful order?
It is.
How is it lawful?
Because I'm giving it to you.
Listen,
Okay. So let's talk about later. Your hands behind your back.
listen, you're being
Put your
recorded.
hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
Your hands behind your
I'm
back.
not resisting.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
Put your hands behind your back. Come here.
I don't have ID.
I have a set of handcuffs for you.
I don't
too.
have ID. For what? What are you handcuffing him for?
Wait, call your sergeant. Call your sergeant.
I will.
What's the crime?
I will.
Relax.
What's the crime? What are you doing?
Crime. What crime did I commit? Can you tell me? What crime did I commit? Relax.
Don't worry about it. Come over here, Papa. You're right there.
What are you doing?
Stay right there.
What's your name and badge number? Don't break my. What are you doing? Breaking my arm.
The officer, unable to cite a specific violation, placed both individuals in handcuffs under the pretense of ensuring safety. According to Florida Statute Section 776.05, law enforcement's use of force must be necessary and proportionate. Yet the officer's actions, including breaking a phone during detention, appeared excessive. When confronted about the lack of charges, the officer eventually released the individuals, admitting he had no grounds to hold them but wants to, because he's above them. This admission highlights his inability to justify the detention and undermined the credibility of his initial demands for identification.
Okay, I have a question. Why did you throw us in the back seat?
Because no los iba a tener en el medio de la calle por gusto ahí.
Papi, estamos en la acera.
Sí, pero you guys were handcuffs for my safety. No los iba a tener ahí para que fueran un espectáculo. No, papi,
Okay,
papi, it's
papi.
very simple. It's very simple. Very simple. Okay, all kidding aside. The one who dictates how I do my job is me, not you.
I didn't dictate nothing.
Okay, so why did I put you in the back of my car? Why did I put you in the back of my car? Because I wanted to. Thank you.
Wanted to? Can you
Goodbye.
repeat that? bro?
Why did you let us go?
Paying me for what?
Because I wanted to.
Why did you let us go?
I wanted to.
You know you.
Vamos, a esperar ahí en el quisito.
Why did you let us go?
Because I have nothing to hold you for.
So you're telling us we can't stand here? We can't stand here?
Stand there.
All right, guys. So no, we're good, bro. All right, guys. So this is what you get. Miami's finest. What happened? If he's coming, we'll wait. But if he's not, if he, well, you know, you can.
I don't know when he's coming. I
you can
requested it in front of
you
you.
can tell him to leave. That's
Well,
cool.
this is the year.
All right, guys. This is what you get. Miami's finest.
This is why we do what we do, guys. This is why we do what we do.
Papi, let me get it only in date.
Yeah, sure, man. El nombre quiere?
Only in date.
Only in day.
Just like this lady in the back of the cop car for walking right here. I was already cuffed right here in a matter of 20 seconds.
I broke his phone. Oh my God, I broke his phone.
We didn't come try you guys like that, bro. But you guys look for the hate. You guys earn the hate. You look for the hate. You look for the hate, Papa.
Do you hate me?
You look for the hate.
Do you hate me?
I hate you because you're a bad cop, bro.
Okay.
You're a bad piece of shit. That's what you are.
You hate me. You want me to cry? You want me to cry? You want me to cry? Okay.
Papi, why are all you bike cops like that? We went to Wynwood and all your bike cops, they act the same way.
Imagínate tú,
Fuck on my wrist, dog.
Guys, he's gonna be here till 7 in the morning.
Real camera, right here, real this guy. This for walking right here. And the car that he had pulled over had drove away minutes before we got here because we were over there filming, walking all the way down here. So we no interfering with no traffic stopping. That's not allowed, dog. First of all.
So we're here with Officer Uncle Fester.
I've been told other things. Come on. Try.
Is this something? You just did
Papi,
something for
Papi,
nothing.
you look
That's
like-
gonna get you in trouble, bro.
Really?
Okay, bro. You think that we don't play around, dog. We don't play around,
You
bro.
saw I don't play either.
Because I already got his information.
What's going on, Sarge?
What's up, Sarge? How can I help you guys?
LT, we got a huge problem with this officer right here.
You want to tell him or I tell him?
Yeah, we need to file a complaint on this gentleman.
Why don't you tell me what happened, man?
Okay, we were walking by like this. Look, like this. Check it out. Not like we got here. He calls us to the car.
Why don't you stand over here where I can hear you, man?
Just letting you know what's going on. We get right there. The car you have to go back and took away. We're walking down from the street to the car, and you see enseguida. He just tells me, I need both of your IDs right now. For what crime did we commit? But we're not ID for what? We're walking by this room, bro. You get off the car and enseguida puts me in handcuffs, goes me back of the car along with this guy. Just because he wanted our information, bro. Fucked up my wrist for no reason. You guys know exactly who we are. We don't come look for it. We're not police agitators. We're not about that.
Know exactly who you are.
Even worse. Because if he did that to regular citizens, we do this. We're used to this.
Let me ask you a question, man. When he asked for your ID, did you give it to him?
No, we
You always have to give your ID.
No, that's not the law.
Statute 901-151, unless they commit a crime about to or has.
But you don't know if he thinks you committed a crime, right?
For walking in the
He couldn't come up with nothing. He couldn't come up with anything.
Okay? I'm Lieutenant Carpenter. Yeah, I don't know anything.
Lieutenant Carpenter,
You're gonna let me
man.
talk or no? That's the problem, is that you guys always see it from your side. You don't know if on the radio, and I don't know.
You haven't seen the video. We have the video.
Are you gonna let me talk, man? Are you gonna let me talk? Okay? You don't know if they just put out a bolo right now for a guy wearing all black. You don't know, right? Do you know? I'm just asking. And I don't know if that's what happened. But the problem is you guys gotta look at things from our perspective, okay? When something happens and an officer asks you for ID, you can't be like, you don't got no reason. You don't have PC, you don't have, why are you stopping me? You don't know, man. That's why you guys gotta do what you're told until you, no, listen to me, I'm telling you, this is how it works. This is 100% how it works.
Yeah, that's why we're all here.
Because when,
We're out here, we're not going to jail, right?
well,
If he paid a smart move, and he did it.
because whatever happened, he decided you weren't that guy.
But what statute did we violate?
What code is that?
This is the problem that you guys have. You don't understand me. Anytime an officer is conducting an investigation, you got to do what you're told, my friend.
Who's sitting on the road?
You are not the person that decides that.
Officer, you don't know the law. You're just talking. You don't know anything, bro. You just...
And this is the problem that you guys have.
You don't know what... You're
You guys
talking
don't
out of
look
your
at it
ass.
From the police.
We're looking at it by the law.
The law, sir, the law. 901.151.
Then add me to your complaint.
Read me a
My name is
statute.
Lieutenant Carpenter. My badge number is
You're a lieutenant,
0867.
and you're
Yeah, your ass needs to be fired.
Exactly, because I know what I'm talking about.
You have no idea what you're talking about. All you know is the booth.
Take that to court.
You want
see
the
who
internal
wins.
affairs directions? You need to know how to
I know, we know internal affairs, sir. We know internal affairs.
Yeah. All right, sir.
So you're gonna take our complaint?
You tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So go ahead and add me to it.
All right, we need to file a complaint for discourtesy on this gentleman, for battery on this gentleman.
Okay, but I just told you what happened and you're not listening.
After filing a complaint, the individuals encountered a lieutenant who defended the officer's actions, citing hypothetical scenarios like a potential BOLO notice. Florida statutes, section 901.151 again, clarifies that an officer's actions must be based on articulable facts, not assumptions. The lieutenant dismissed the individual's grievances, suggesting they comply with officer demands without question, reflecting a disregard for statutory protections against unlawful stops. The dismissive attitude, paired with a refusal to address the officer's misconduct, left the individuals frustrated and determined to pursue the matter through internal affairs. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.